Just so y'all know, the birthday cake bash flavor from Bang energy drink, absolute worst. Oh, I just spilled my crappy energy drink. No! What's up, party people, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk about concealer and whether or not it's actually different than foundation and whether or not you actually need it. Lately, I've been kind of pondering with the idea, the whole theory that concealer is just foundation in a smaller tube. I know, but just hear me out. So the whole argument with concealer versus foundation has always been that concealers are made with more pigment, so they're going to give you better coverage. But if that were the case, then why are there light coverage concealers? I think that this may have been true back in the day whenever they were first invented. Like, I think that they were extremely full coverage and they were meant to cover up things that foundation wouldn't typically cover up. But now there are so many full coverage foundations in the market. What's the difference? A very, very common problem that the majority of people have is if you wear concealer, you have most likely noticed it settling into your fine lines, your creases, making your under eye area look more dry. And number one, my advice is to have realistic expectations. The under eye area is very thin and it's constantly in motion. You know, we're constantly using our face when we're smiling or frowning or talking. Like, our under eye area is always moving. So creasing and settling is going to be inevitable at some point, whether it be after an hour of wear or after 12 hours of wear, it's going to happen. And also, the less product you apply, the less likely those things are going to happen. The more product that you apply on areas that tend to have issues like settling, creasing, you know, sinking in, you know, whatever you want to say, it's going to make it worse and it's going to happen faster. But I've been applying foundation alone lately and just kind of using it the way that I would concealer and keeping it, you know, fewer layers and keeping it lighter. It looks, number one, better, but also it's covering up exactly what I want concealer to cover up. So why am I using an extra step and spending the extra time on concealer when I don't even need it? In my opinion, it's kind of like eye creams versus face creams. Eye creams are a less active, like less potent version of face creams in a smaller jar, and they hike up the price. And people buy into it because the under eyes are a very problematic area, and the majority of the population, like, it's a very large demographic of people that worry about wrinkles and fine lines and aging and all that stuff. So if you put out an eye cream and you say it's anti-aging and it's different than your face cream, then people are going to buy it. So it adds another product to the market. In my opinion, it is a gimmick, and it's one that I've played into for a very long time now, and I've endorsed it. I don't think concealer is any different than foundation. I think concealer is foundation in a smaller tube because it makes you come back for more, and it makes you stay on the hunt for something that's going to be even better than what you previously used. So it traps you in the market. So we're gonna do a little experiment together. So on one side of my face, I'm gonna apply my foundation and concealer the way I always have, and on the other side, I'm just gonna apply foundation. And I am gonna do a full face. I'm gonna do powder, blush, bronzer, highlighter, setting spray, the whole shebang, because I really want you to see what it looks like whenever you treat your face routine like you normally would, like if you were doing like a glam look, you know. And maybe you do need concealer. Maybe foundation doesn't completely cover up what you want it to cover up. But I mean, that could also mean that you might just need a better foundation. So let's make this side my foundation and concealer side, and this side just the foundation. So for foundation, I'm gonna use a L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation, which I've really been enjoying lately. It's got beautiful coverage. And then for concealer, I'm gonna use the Milani Conceal and Perfect. And the reason I'm using this is because this shade is a little bit closer to my skin tone. Like, it's lighter, but it's not too light. Because what I found is a really light concealer will not cover up dark circles unless you wanna use a color corrector. And I mean, I have a couple. I've got some that I like, but I mean, I'm not using them. Okay, so there's foundation all over my face. God, this is such a beautiful foundation. So now let's go into concealer on this side. If I didn't say it before, this is in the shade Light Nude. So here's what it looks like up close. And I mean, this side does look more lifted. It does look more illuminated, and it doesn't look, I mean, like you can see the socket of my under eyes a little bit more on this side where I don't have concealer. The true test is going to be what it looks like when your entire face is done, like you've got powder and blush and all that stuff. And also, I mean, I do have more coverage on this side, but this side's creasing already. And I haven't bounced out the creases or anything yet because I haven't set it, but I mean, from side to side, this side without concealer hasn't creased or settled, and this side has. Something I found to help me not miss using concealer is using an under eye setting powder that has just a little bit of coverage and it's just a little bit lighter than my skin tone. Because like I said, I'm not just using concealer for the extra coverage, I'm using it to lighten and brighten that area to give me some more dimension, because foundation all over your face, it takes away dimension. But it gives me that dimension that I'm looking for from concealer without that extra layer of coverage that's gonna tend to, you know, look more cakey and crease and settle and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish with the rest of my face, and all the products I'm using will be listed below, and we'll reconvene. All right guys, I'm back with the full face. So I'm gonna get up close and show you guys what it looks like. And I want you guys to tell me, can you tell a noticeable difference? There may be a slight bit of a difference with the concealer side looking a little bit more uplifted, but keep in mind, you may get that effect in the beginning, but the longer you wear it, you are gonna have issues. I really encourage you guys to try this out for yourself. Do it side by side. Do what I did today and look in the mirror, look up close, see how it wears throughout the day, and what do you think? And please come back to this video and leave me a comment of what your results are, because on me, this side 100% looks better. Even though this side's a little bit brighter and a little bit more uplifted in a way, not much though, it's just a very like minimal effect. This side makes my under eyes look so much more youthful. So yeah, I hope that you guys learned something from this video. I hope this inspires you to try this on your own, and maybe it helps you save money. Maybe you realize that, you know what, I don't even need concealer, so I'm done. I mean, like I said, there's nothing wrong with applying products just because you think it's fun to, you know, just because you like the application process. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'm the same way. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and turn the notification bell on to always see my videos, and check your settings to make sure it's set to all and not just some. And please remember to come back to this video and leave me a comment after you've done the little experiment and let me know what your findings are. So I will see you guys in my next one. Mwah.